Hey everybody, Rich here coming at you with a kind of random episode. Just going to talk a little bit about my collection in general, why I collect, how I started collecting again recently. I say again because when I was in fourth, fifth, maybe sixth grades, I used to buy some baseball cards and I always liked the game and stuff, and I thought baseball cards were cool. But then I don't think I bought it after sixth grade. I don't think I bought another pack for till last year. I started watching the game again a little more seriously. The Yankees were having a good season. I've always been a Yankees fan. Grew up around in and around New York City, and I've always kind of just half followed the Yankees, followed the game, the sport, and got a little more into it last year, and wound up following pretty much just the end of the regular season and postseason up into the series, and I really enjoyed the World Series. Learned a lot about the game. I'm still kind of getting up to speed on the modern game of baseball in this century. And I just one day um, during the playoffs, I just randomly bought a pack of cards, thinking, hey, maybe I get a couple Yankees in here or something. Turned out I didn't even get any Yankees in that first pack, but it just set something off in me, and I was off to the races, buying packs, trying to, build up the current. They were all, 2017 packs, and I was buying packs and only pulling one or two Yankees out of a pack if I was lucky. So what I did is I went ahead and bought the 2017 complete set and got, the whole Yankees active roster and every other team as well, and a bunch of other stuff that was in there, and and I honestly thought that's all I was going to buy. I originally, when I first started buying the packs, I thought, maybe I'll get myself bought a couple of these deck boxes and thought I might get enough Yankees to fill one up or something, one or two of those, and then I bought, like I said, I bought the complete set. So I had all the Yankees, and then I kept buying packs. I just was like, well, let me see. I like these inserts, and I like, this little set and series here, and before I knew it, I was buying a lot of cards, a lot of loose packs, breaking packs, and I was really enjoying it. I was spending a few bucks, 10, 15 bucks here and there, $5, whatever. Just buy a pack of cards on the way home, and just found I really liked it. I just love the aesthetic of cards, and reading the backs of the cards and looking at old cards and whatnot. And before I knew it, I had filled up this box, which is now being used for something else. But I mean, that was my whole collection then. After a month or two, I had the complete set, which I sorted by team. It's still sorted that way, and then except for the Yankees and a few other teams that I wound up pulling out of there, and I moved everything else that is into this box, and then okay, so not to drag this out too long, but here some people probably have a good laugh at this. Maybe my man Jerome. I mean, I know he's not going to laugh at me, but he might think it's funny. This is my entire Yankees collection, and this is actually what I thought I'd wind up with. A couple deck boxes and some loose cards, maybe a couple really sweet pickups and trades here and there, which is exactly what I got. But then I also have all these other cards. I got all different kinds of inserts. I got modern ones, vintage ones, various odd ones, numbered autographs, and I didn't even know that there were what I was getting myself into per se. And then I got my World Series champions there, and the runners up, and I got the Cubs just because that's actually there's some 2016 champion Cubs in there, and also the complete 2017 team. Rockies, because they're kind of my adopted team, you know, and then I wound up getting into things that I didn't even know basically existed. I mean, the heritage cards, you know, that's pretty much my entire heritage collection. I mean, you can still, I'm still using cigar boxes and deck boxes, and my entire collection now fits in this Rubbermaid container. I mean, barely, but I mean, it does fit in there. And here's a whole box of unopened packs that I've been stashing away for a rainy day. You know, I cracked one. I kind of vowed recently that I wouldn't buy any more cards until I cracked most of these, and I already broke that because I bought one of these Fairfield packs the other day. I couldn't walk past it, $4.99 in the store, but I'm gonna open some of these when I crack that. So at least I'm not gonna just keep accumulating cards that I don't open until I open some of the ones I have. Okay, here's a spattering of other things. Garbage Pail Kids, that should be fun. A few hockey cards, because my wife's a big hockey fan, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit. She actually has a card collection from before I knew her, and she's a different sort of collector than I am. She's after, you know, particular one team in particular, and certain players specifically from that team. This is my oddball stuff, you know, stuff I don't really collect. I'm not too into Topps Fire. I'm not so into these Panini Optics, but I have some good cards and some good players. That's kind of stuff. Stadium Club, which are really nice. But, you know, you got to pick and choose. I like Allen and Ginter, okay, and I got a little shoebox here, a cigar box, that is, of Allen and Ginter cards that I like, you know. And I didn't even know that product existed, you know, a year ago. I didn't know what that was. But part of the process for me is figuring out what I like. And what I like is breaking packs, even, you know, cheap, you know, variety packs like this. Or, you know, some of these old wax packs or whatever. New cards, old cards. I like opening them. I like sorting through them, you know, thumbing through the cards and reading them and stuff. It's entertainment for me. I do it the same way some people might watch TV or something, you know. It's just something that I hopefully don't spend a lot of money on. Probably spend a little more than I ever planned on. But, you know, to be honest, here's another thing some guys might probably have a laugh at, you know. I've never paid more than $5 or I don't even think I've paid $10 for any, you know, particular card to pick up or anything. I would maybe pay as much as, you know, 10 or 20 bucks for a card, but I really couldn't see myself paying much more for that. You know, I don't think I'd get 20 bucks worth of entertainment or value out of, you know, it would hurt too much, honestly. I mean, I'm a person of pretty modest means, and it's a hobby for me, and you know, I'm not looking, I don't care much about value of cards. I love nice cards, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'd love to have a, you know, complete 52 top series or whatever set of cards that, you know, graded and everything. But, I mean, it would have to fall out of the sky and into my lap, or I'd have to be a millionaire. These are my collection of other manufacturers, you know, besides the modern Topps cards. These are all like mostly junk era, Fleer and Donruss and some of those. You know, I kind of got them sorted by manufacturer and year. Sorting and organizing cards is a lot of fun for me. I'm kind of OCD, not OCD, maybe a little, but what I meant was ADHD. And I always got to be doing something with my hands, you know, and just sorting through the cards. And here's some more, I think, what's this one? These are my update and doubles. What is this? I think these are all doubles, things I have more than one of, as a trade box. This is a trade box. This is a trade box. Here's my more modern Topps from 2000s and the 2010s up to a year or two ago. And then my older Topps cards, anything from 70s, 80s up to about the 1990s. Not a lot of cards in there, room for a little more. Like I said, I could consolidate a little. This is all pretty much 2017 cards. Loosely organized. There's some supplies in there too, some penny sleeves and whatnot, you know, taking up space. Anyway, I'm going to start winding it down, but I mean, I'm just throwing this out there to, and here's some, you know, oddball stuff in here with the unopened packs too. A couple little figures, a couple coins that I picked up here and there, and just throwing this at you guys so you can get an idea where I'm coming from with my collection. I'm definitely not a high-end collector, as you can see. It's all about the fun of it for me, you know. I mean, everybody's got to go for what they like to do. Like, you know, my friend Yankees cards, you know, hence the name, collects Yankees cards. You know, I've seen guys that like autographs, guys that like, you know, to complete sets, trying to build up rare sets and graded cards and whatnot. And I mean, it may develop over time. You know, I may change, find what I like to do, but really, it's just it's a pastime for me. It's something I enjoy. You know, something to kill a little time in the evening and, you know, share a little bit with the kids and the family. You know, they kind of like it too, and you know, it's all about doing what you like, and I do love going through cards. You know, it really helps helps me, you know, kind of get more into the game. You know, while the games are going on, it gives me something to do with my hands. I like flip through the cards and, you know, find this or that player and read this or that stat on the back. You know, just fun. It's all about fun for me. You know, could care less about value. I could care less about, you know, graded cards and whatnot. Like I said, I love to have nice cards, you know, but for me, just to have any card at all. I mean, I enjoy all baseball cards, all teams. You know, I love the Yankees, and I love all, you know, especially vintage stuff, teams that have been around a long time, longer than the Yankees. I mean, from a baseball perspective, they're not that old of a team. You know, I mean, there's teams that are, you know, 20. I'd have to do the math, 20 or 30 years older than the Yankees, you know. Anyway, I'm going to wind it down now, and hopefully this, if anybody bothers to watch this, it'll help you understand a little bit where I'm coming from, and, you know, I'm always interested in what other people are into, too. You know, it helps me gain perspective to see what other people are into, and it gives me ideas, and I just love looking at cards. If you're showing cards, I love your video. That's all, you know, I can say about that, because I love all baseball cards. I don't think I've seen too many baseball cards I can't appreciate something about. So anyway, I'm gonna wind it down right now and say thanks for watching, and I'm probably gonna crack a few packs from the rainy day box. Definitely gonna break open the jumbo box there and see what I got. That's really the nectar for me. So that's going to be some fun, and a little later I'll post another video about anything cool I found in there. So y'all have a good night, and God bless. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.